heading into Alamosa, Colorado. The fog is dissipating. We're coming out of the clouds, basically. It's really, really beautiful. That's why I got my camera out. And then I noticed the sun is small. And then it changes sizes, like right in front of my eyes. Look at that. Like the sunlight gets lost in the fog. I don't know. I can't explain it. So I found this channel that references some weather cams that are literally just a few miles from the road I'm on. It has footage from weather cams on La Veta Pass and Wolf Creek Pass in Colorado. And it's catching a very interesting phenomenon, to say the least. Here, I'll have her explain it to you.
The southeast-facing camera in Earlton, Ontario, Canada, shows the actual size of the manufactured light when the cloud cover is just heavy enough to block out the glare that the light produces, but not heavy enough to block out the actual light. The camera in Chibougamau, Quebec, shows the same phenomenon. When the glare is blocked, it is then possible to see the actual light-producing equipment, which is actually very small. This tiny light is capable of producing a circular glare that covers 25% of the entire sky, as shown in many previous videos.
Guys, so that's exactly what I captured. Our sun is not 93 million miles away. Look at it. That's our sun right there. That's the size of the sun. We have just enough cloud cover to where the light is still coming through, but not the glare. Here it's going to join. There's the glare. There is the reflection that causes us to see what we know as the sun. Right there. This fog, the sun that I captured through this fog is amazing. Look at this. I've never seen anything like that before. That is amazing. Look at that. So, guys, we've been fooled for our entire lives. Our sun is an illusion. Let's go back to the Final Days channel and see another observation about our sun.
The manufactured light is so small that it becomes completely hidden behind a tiny streetlight, behind a thin flagpole, or a thin bird feeder post.
Alright, you guys, so something is glaringly wrong with our sun. Watch how the sun completely darkens in the rearview mirror. You can see it here. It darkens when it goes behind the pole. That doesn't seem likely. Something's up there. That is really fishy. And then as I'm traveling, you can see the light momentarily flicker, goes dark. Look at that. It went dark right when it goes behind the pole. That just doesn't seem plausible if our sun is 93 million miles away. This is the exact same phenomenon that lady noticed on the weather cam she's monitoring. Our sun is a lot smaller than we believe. It's all a trick. It's all an illusion. It is just obvious something is going on with the sun. Look at how huge it is. That's not right. Something's not right here. Look how big the sun is. Now, look in the rearview mirror. You see it dim? Look at that. Something is blocking the light. With the sun being that big, how is the light being blocked by this little telephone pole? Check this out. Look at the rearview mirror. Do you see how dark it got? Look how big the sun is. How is it being dimmed by this little telephone pole? And I'm a good 30 feet away. I ask you, how is that possible? If it's not much smaller than it appears, and it's not the clouds. Look, the clouds are gone now. Same phenomena. Same phenomenon. Look at that. Unbelievable. Same thing right there. Look at that. You guys just witnessed the sun shrinking. Remember how big it was? It was going way around the telephone pole. The light was getting dark and getting blocked out, but the profile was huge. Now look, almost the entire sun is blocked by a telephone pole. Unbelievable. All right, you guys, let's get out of this car. Got something else to show you. All right, now we're back in my backyard. I'm using a broom handle to demonstrate the blocking of the sun and the sun's profile, how large it appears outside of the broom handle. So I want you to remember how big it looks right now. And you're gonna see, well, you're seeing right now the chemtrails moving in. Here's a few minutes later. We're behind the chemtrails now. Notice the size of the sun. A little bit later, here they are again with another fresh chemtrail to lay down. Look at the sun. Looks a little bigger now. Wait till you see this. So here we are a little bit later. Look at that sun. Looks nothing like it did just a few minutes ago. Now look what happens when I put the broom handle. Look at that. They're covering both ways, whether the wind blows left or right. They're putting chemtrails on both sides. They do not want people noticing this sun. Unbelievable. And that's not coming off the engines or whatever. That's coming out the back. That is spraying their cloak. That is not a contrail. So look at this. Look at this sun. Look at this, you guys. Can you explain this to me? I mean, it definitely looks rounder. You know, to the naked eye, it actually looks like regular sun. It wouldn't draw any attention, especially behind that thin layer of chemtrail. Let me show you what they might be hiding, because I think this is to hide something. Check this out. It's not even round. I mean, that is definitely something they would not want people to see. You would not want citizens of your country looking up at that, because that's going to draw a whole lot of questions. So I think they figured out how to make the one on the right appear like the one on the left, appear like a regular sun, like there's nothing wrong with it. But what the heck is causing this anyways? What is going on here? Well, guys, I don't think we're in a real universe. Let me play something for you, you guys. Let me play some Archaics for you. I listen to Archaics, and let me just play something about what he says about the sky. I'll be right back.
Every time the Phoenix phenomenon occurs, humans see it coming first. The first thing that's noticed is that all the red stars in the skies, which are, astronomers call them variable stars. Variable stars are not like other luminaries. Variable stars are called variable stars because they change their magnitudes, which is very unusual. Meaning sometimes they're very, very dim and sometimes they're very, very bright. That these luminaries aren't true stars. These are local objects that are very close to our atmosphere. The Phoenix phenomenon is created by a holographic projector system. What I am describing is something that is technologically advanced. It's inside the simulacrum. The Phoenix phenomenon is initiated by something that is hidden in the sky. The starry canopy is not real. Everything you see in the sky is a simulated solar system.
So this just adds more evidence to simulation theory, that we are living in some sort of simulation inside of some sort of construct that is meant to simulate a real universe, but we're not in a real universe. With that in mind, let's listen to Final Days again. I have a 30-second clip. I'm going to ask you some questions about this clip. We're going to go over it. I'll be right back.
The sun appears to rise normally on the left side of the screen. And after a few frames into the video, the sun suddenly shrinks down to 1/5 its size. Now, what's happening here is the real sun is going behind a mammoth structure in space, And the artificial light is passing in front of this enormous structure. The sky and landscape suddenly darken because the manufactured light is no match for the real sun.
You just heard Archaics
talk about how the sky is an illusion, how the starry canopy is not real, and that there are machines in the sky. Now, the Final Days channel, we saw a clip of her showing the sun changing its brightness, getting smaller. She's theorizing that this sun that was bigger is being eclipsed by an object in the sky, and that this is an imitation sun right here. I don't exactly know what is going on with the sun in this picture, in this video, but guys, can you see what I see? You guys aren't going to believe this. So our naked eye is unable to see the machines that are in the sky. Even when we point a camera at the sky, our camera is unable to pick it up. But what is able to pick it up is a window or the glass or plastic covering on a FAA weather cam. So this camera that we're looking at right now, I'm guessing is enclosed in some sort of enclosure. It's protected from the elements. So things can reflect off of that surface. Do you see this big red triangle in the middle of the screen? Let's go in a little bit further. Do you see those triangles? Look above the sun right there. Do you see those triangles? Yeah, the sun is illuminating the machine behind it. And the triangles are reflecting off of the camera enclosure, the plastic lens that the camera is enclosed in. It's reflecting off of that, and it's being filmed. And we're capturing that. Okay, you think that that's too wild, too crazy to be true? Well, let's move on to the next frame. So this is another FAA weather cam. Okay, let's zoom in here. Look above the sun. Do you see? Can you make out triangle shape? Let me try to change the contrast here. Ooh, look at that! Look at that! Can you see that? Unbelievable, you guys! Look at that. That's what you're not supposed to see. The lens cover that the camera is enclosed in is picking up the reflection from what is actually in the sky. The illusion that we see, the stars, the blue sky, it's a multi-layered holographic plasma screen.
A holographic projector system by something that is hidden in the sky. The starry canopy is not real. That because everything you see in the sky is a simulated solar system.
If we go back to this clip where she's showing the sun disappearing behind the flagpole, actually I want to take a look at this one right here. So guys, look at the reflection here. Do you see those triangles? Those triangles are part of the holographic projector system that is hidden behind our blue sky and starry canopy. And the reflection of it is coming through on these FAA weather cameras. I checked out a few weather cams. Look at this one in Miramichi, Canada. And at the sunrise, so before the sun rises, we start to see this this pattern emerge. It looks like just black dots right now. Go to the next frame 10 minutes later, and you can still see the black dots. Let's go to the next frame. Now we get some more triangles. We get the big red triangle that you saw in the other images that I showed. And we get even more coming through. Now these black dots start to resemble some triangles. Look at that, you guys. That is a reflection of the machine in the sky that is responsible for this reality that we're living in. Look at it. Look at that. Unbelievable. That is the machine in the sky. It's unbelievable. I believe we are looking at evidence of the machine in the sky. That's what I believe that is. Port Menier in Canada, you can see as the clouds dissipate, see the red triangle. I believe that's a reflection of what is hidden in the sky. Look at this one is Pittsfield Municipal Airport in Maine. East facing camera. There goes the moon. Look at that sky. That is a chemtrail sky. I know that sky. Here in Colorado we have the same skies. You can see a plane right here doing laying down chemtrails. So Maine, I bet, has the same thing going on in the sky that we do here in Colorado. They're trying to hide the reflection that is coming off of the sky. Look at this chemtrail right there. Look at that sky. Look at that sun. Look at that. That does not look right. Something is up with the sun. I mean, look at that. You can see these reflections right here. Another chemtrail. Look at that. And then there you go. It's the last frame I filmed. Completely hidden by chemtrails in Maine. And before I wrap this video up, you guys got to see this. I went on a walk last week, saw them chemtrailing in the sky, and took out my camera. Look what I filmed. Did you see that flash? Let me play it back for you. It's real fast. Let's play it again. Watch real closely. Look at that flash. Did you see that? Let me go back real slow here. Look at that. Randomly filmed for less than 2 minutes. Just wanted to film them with these chemtrails in the sky. Look at that. That is a reflection of something in the sky, you guys. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I believe that they are somehow reflecting the sun so that the sun gives off a bigger profile, and they're chemtrailing the skies to hide the triangle, to hide the machines in the sky, and to hide reflections and things like this that they can't control happening. Like that. That is, there's not a cloud up there, and that wouldn't be lightning. That is some sort of reflection that they can't control, and if too many people see stuff like that, everyone's going to be staring at the sky, and that's their worst nightmare, I think. I think it's reflecting off the machine. These two spots right here, these two bright spots, this is what they are trying to hide with the chemtrails. Guys, there's a lot going on in our sky. I think being in Colorado, it's harder for them to hide here. I started my channel to talk about petrified reptiles and birds I've found, and I was literally compelled to make this video. I want to express to you that this information, it shouldn't come across as depressing. I want you to know that my world isn't shattered like my illusions are, and yours shouldn't be either. We're in some sort of awakening right now, and if you haven't noticed, there's something going on that I can't explain, but it's very palpable. I have what feels like a brand new set of eyes. I mean, I can't explain it, but things have been shown to me that I never saw before. And that now includes this thing in the sky. I want to tell you that, as Archaix puts it, we are so much very more than the sum of our parts, you guys. We are so much more. I always knew that we weren't in a real universe, but this just provides tangible proof that we really aren't. What you've seen here actually brings me joy and deep gratitude for our Creator. You need to know that we have a purpose, and all of this was created for us so that we have ample opportunity to develop our eternal soul, our eternal personality. And we've lived many, many lives before that will all culminate when we are reunited with our real selves. And as Archaix says, we will benefit from all of the lives we've lived in this place, you guys. All of the experience and knowledge we've gained by experiencing entire lives, each I'm sure very different from the last. And whatever our true purpose is, I want you to know that you have nothing to fear. Nothing at all to fear. You are so very important, and if you're watching this video, know that this is what I always say: God's got you. God's got it all handled. In a world full of illusions and evil, it can be hard to remain positive, but you need to know that you're an eternal being who chose to come here. And this is so very temporary. The veil is being lifted so you can start to begin to remember who you are, to begin to disconnect from this world, to worry less about the things that seem important here, and think more about your connection to God, to Source, to who you truly are, to spend more of your thoughts on the light. And if you're not a creative person, to start doing some creative things. That's what will ignite your real self. That's what will help you begin to remember who you are. You see, I always say, if I was running this world, the world would be very, very different. So that means there are people that aren't like me. So that means there are people here that are different. And the material world is all that they have. And we need to rise above this world. We need to overcome, you guys. Seeing evidence of the machine in the sky shouldn't scare you. Know that God has got you, and you may know that the end is near, but trust me, there is nothing to fear. God will protect his people. You have nothing to worry about, okay? I just wanted to make sure I ended this video on a positive note, because this information is heavy, without a doubt, but these signs are for us. These signs are for the wise. These signs are for God's people. So make sure you know without a doubt that if you're listening to this, you have nothing to worry about. You're not vibrating with the collective, and that's what's going to be your ticket out of here. Believe that, okay? All right, you guys, I'm going to end it here. Please like and subscribe. I'll put links to Archaix and the Last Days channel in the description box. My email is in the description box as well, along with a donate link and my Patreon. I'm on a mission, you guys, to travel the country and show people the truth about this place we live in. Show people that it's time to look at our world with your own two eyes and do your own observations, because the truth is right there in front of you. We've been listening to whatever other people tell us about the world for far too long, and seeing is believing, something tangible. I have family that lives 4 states away. They have yet to wake up, and it's so very important that we wake up as many people as we can. I think that's what our purpose is at this moment in time, you guys. I really do. I'm hoping to visit them this summer, as well as anyone God puts in my path. This is an exciting time, you guys, so I appreciate if you'd subscribe, share, like my channel, leave me a comment. So let me borrow a line from Archaix. A few lines from Archaix. Break free or die trying. This world is not what you thought it was, and we are so much more than the sum of our parts. Thanks for watching. Bye.